right, hello. We are back at it today with another fall look. Today's theme is going to be kind of a black martini, black olive vibe. I've got an idea in my head and I'm going to try to execute it. So let's see if we can make this happen. As promised, we are whipping out the Viseart Dark Matte's Petite, or Petite's Matte's Dark. This little guy. Because it's beautiful and there is a phenomenal matte green in here. You know what's funny? I was dreaming about the Melt Gemini palette last night. Well, anyway, this little green right here. I think we can do something with this because it's matte and it's beautiful. And a black eyeliner and a little bit of maybe one of these brownie tones in here as kind of a transition shade. There are names to these eyeshadows. I didn't know that. So I'll try to put the names and stuff on the screen. I was thinking they were just like a number code, like some palettes tend to be when they're like pro brands. But yeah, these actually have names. If you take them out, they are not written on there. But we're going to start with an eyeliner here and frame out the look. Now I've already done some foundation and bronzer. So I have some Monika Blunder cover on the skin. I forgot how much I love that foundation. And I've used some of the Winky Lux little bronzer. I also really love this stuff. And we've got brows on. I'm going to take this little Peanuts and Profusion black eyeliner because it's a nice smudgy black eyeliner that's very matte and easy to work with. It's the perfect one and it's just super cute. So any black eyeliner will do that's kind of a kohl liner, kind of blendable. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. So we're gonna get started here. I'm gonna grab a little smudgy brush, a little flat brush that I can use to kind of smudge with. And we're gonna start right here and blend up and out. And create some nice depth on the outer corner. And I come all the way in. Then I'm really gonna build it up right out here. And I'm in this inner part. So I'm bringing it all the way in to the inner corner. And into the tight line. Alright, and then we'll take our little brush here and I'm going to soften these edges to start. And just letting that be kind of messy and smoky. Doesn't have to be perfect at this stage. Keeping the most of the depth out here on this outer corner. And I'm going to kind of pull it right here, like kind of into the crease just a little bit. Doing the whole outer V is going to be kind of black right now. Alright, I'm going to continue thickening that up a little bit. There we go. Very, very smoky liner. But that's the starting place for today's look. And it's not going to get too much crazier than this. And this is going to look more chill as we go too. This is just beginning stages. Things always look a little crazy and messy. We're having fun today. We're going to be getting a little experimental and a little wild with it. So this is definitely going to be a trust the process look. Alright, I'm going to take a clean blending brush and just soften up around these edges. And I'm going to take the lightest brown in here, right here. And we're going to take that through the socket and kind of use that to blend the liner a little more, like right here. Just give it something to fade into as a transition. And just take another blending brush with no product and just make sure it's all nice and diffused. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our Martini green olive green shade, this very murky, dark olive green. And this is gonna go almost all over the lid. So I'm taking it on this little flat kind of lay down, fluffy yet flat lay down brush from Profusion. I am in love with the Profusion brushes from the fall collection. And I just saw the Harry Potter Dark Arts collection. It's already in my cart. It's so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to pat this onto the lid here. Ooh. And I'm just gonna kind of diffuse as I come up and out. And there we go. Smoky, super dark, olivey green. Cool, very cool. I'm just gonna diffuse those edges a little more. So clean my brush off. No product, and just soften around. I want the green to be visible. You know, when my eyes are relaxed, I want it to be, so be able to see it. So just bring it a little high. Now, once the rest of the face starts to come on, get done, it's gonna look a little more toned down. And one way, if you do feel like things are getting too dark, too heavy, and too crazy on the eyes, you can always take your face powder, like your translucent powder, and a brush. It's one of my favorite techniques, which I'm gonna do right now just because I want to tone. I wanna smooth or kind of blend a little more, but I don't want to add any more color or shadow. You take a little bit of your translucent powder here. Take a little bit of your translucent powder on a brush. You can come right here around those edges, and it will just kind of filter things a bit and blur them and do some really nice blending for you. And just, it helps. Okay, now what I'm gonna do next is actually clean up a little bit around the edges and kind of smooth things out and tidy it a little. So I'm gonna take a Q-tip and I'm just gonna clean up right here. I feel like I might have gotten too much or blend it down a little too low or something like that, just to tidy her up a little. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Revlon Brightening Glimmer Concealer, and we're gonna use this to brighten up on the under eye, and so we don't look sickly, because that's one thing with an olive green, it can go a little sickly looking. You want to be mindful of that, especially depending on your skin tone. Olive greens can play a little differently. Sometimes you need a little bit more of a grounding color in your transition. If you find that olive greens go particularly sickly on you, which if you have a fair complexion with like light blonde hair or something like that, it can kind of do that, especially if you have very cool undertones. It'll pull out a little bit of a sallowness. So my remedy for that is always to take like a bronzer shade, like your bronzer that matches your skin tone, and use that through the transition, and it can really help combat that. Now, I have a little bit darker hair, so it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it gives me a little bit of leeway there. I'm going to use a brightening concealer though today, just because. Why is my tummy scrumbling? That's what I call it when I get like a squiggly tumbly. Squiggly tumbly. It makes noise. I say it's scrumbling. And I don't know why it's scrumbling, but it's been scrumbly all day. It might be because I've had a Taco Bell, or it might be because I ate a giant fruit bowl for lunch. I don't know. It's one of the two. Taco Bell was yesterday. And I really want it again. I'm taking my health brush. So let's get a little bit of a cleaner appearance here. Which is kind of my process when I do makeup anyways. I get a little wild wet, a little crazy, and a little messy. Actually, I think a pink brightening powder would be an ideal powder for today. Yeah, I'm gonna take some of my pink powder from Wet n Wild today, and we're gonna set the under eyes because I think the pink will really help with the brightening and combat any sallowness. And really help give that good airbrush appearance. Also, this little sponge, this is one from a brand called Sassy and Chic, I believe, from the Dollar Tree. This is such a nice powder puff. It might be one of the nicest things I've gotten from the Dollar Tree. And like, this is just nice in general. Like, it's a good puff. Not by like Dollar Tree standard, but by like just good standard. I don't know. Okay. I also like the size. I go ahead and set the rest of the face as well while I'm at it, just cause. I'm taking a little bit of just some regular translucent powder. Alright. Now, let's jump back to that lower lash line. I'm going to start with the eyeliner here. We're going to bring that along under here. Also touch up around the lash line at the top too, if I need to. Take my same little brush here, that little one. I used to blend the eyeshadow, the liner, and do the same thing with it. And now I'm going to take the green. And we use that same little brush because it really gets in there good. So I'm kind of taking it on one side, flipping that side up. Right, just put a little more eyeliner. Okay. There we go. Now what I'm going to do to add a little bit of glow to the eye is actually I have a highlighter. I have this highlighter from L'Oreal. It's one of the infallible highlighters. And this is the shade called Icy Gold. And it has kind of a green shift in it. And I think on the inner corner, this is just going to be like, bam. It's going to add so much life right there. So I'm taking it just right here. Look at, yeah, it just kind of gives a little bit of a polished feel on that inner corner while keeping the rest matte. I'm gonna take a little bit under the brow. I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on and we'll be back for some finishing touches. Yeah. Blush. Blush is definitely one of those key things for a look like this because you can go still, again, kind of sickly looking. So I'm leaning in kind of a mauve-y place with the blush is where I'm thinking. I pulled out the bronzer from Bare Minerals in Kiss of Mauve. I feel like this color will look pretty. I think it'll be like kind of the right tone. It's gonna have a little bit of warmth in there and that little bit of coolness and some glow. And the other alternative I pulled was this cream blush from Bobbi Brown. So I might take this over the top. If this doesn't do enough, we'll see. Might end up with a little combo of these two. So I'm gonna start with the Bare Minerals bronzer. I'm gonna take that on a nice, beautiful, fluffy brush and apply that fairly generously on the skin in kind of a blush bronzer placement. That definitely brought a lot of life to the skin. That's one thing I do love about these bronzer type products, or any of these that can kind of work as a bronzer blush capacity. They really bring a lot of life to the skin. Especially the bronzers are great if you're fair, because they have that blushy quality to them as well. This one's just my favorite. I love this color. And then on the cheeks for a little bit of glow, I'm going to take the Chai Latte highlighter from Profusion. And I'm going to take just a nice soft amount of this because she is quite glowy. So we're going to keep it low-key. There we go. Nice glowy cheeks. And then for the lips, I'm going to take off my lip balm. Alright, so now on the lips, I want to go with, from Profusion, this is the little, what are these called? The cashmere lip combo that came out with the pumpkin spice collection. This is Cozy Chai, and I think this will look really nice with the look. It's a kind of a cool tone mauve shade, and I think it just, something about it I think will complement the vibe here. Alright, so I'm going to take the lip liner, which is very similar to, I think, like MAC Stone a little bit. Maybe a nice little, a bit of a MAC Stone dupe. All right, very nice. And then we'll take the lip balm. Okay. Yeah, I think that was a good combo. Let me zhuzh my hair. And here is our look all complete. A nice black martini vibe. It is dark, it is kind of vampy, it's getting a little bit to the spookier vibes of things. It is a dark fall makeup that I love. And yeah, again, the eyeshadow, the Viseart palette is so easy to work with, even with these super dark tones that tend to be a little bit more, a little less forgiving. Those Viseart mattes are very easy to work with. Like they just blend wonderfully. So yeah, that came out great. And I only used a little bit of the brown ends, mostly the olive green and some eyeliner. The cheeks, love that too. I love anytime that I feel like the bronzer and Kiss of Mauve can incorporate well into a look is an exciting day to me. But yeah, I just want to do something super smoky. I actually was inspired by a paint swatch I saw on Facebook Reels. I'll try to like do like a screenshot of it or something or link it. It's a guy who makes custom paint colors, and he was doing like trending shades for 2025, fall of 2025, and one of the colors was called Black Martini, and I just fell in love with it. Now I think it was a little bit more vibrant what he used. You could probably definitely use the Melt Gemini palette to create that and maybe get a little bit more of that martini look that he had in his, but I really wanted to use the Viseart palette and dive into that olive green anyways. And I like how it's green, but it's not green. You know, it's just smoky and hazy and matte, and I love it. I think it came out great. So let me know your thoughts down below, some other colors you want to see for fall. I am planning a navy blue look. I've actually ordered an eyeliner that's taken forever to get here. That is kind of like this color from NYX. I just saw it on Amazon and was like, I'm just gonna order it, and thinking I would get it the next day. No. But we're gonna be doing something definitely with these two shades here. I want to do something with this plummy shade and maybe something with these oranges. Yeah, you know, there's just so many color combinations that we can get into with this little guy. And of course we'll have more looks coming with pumpkin spice here, and I'm gonna try to get my hands on the Harry Potter collection as well from Profusion. But yeah, we got some gorgeous olive greens to dive into here. We'll be doing some looks. And I'm going to be pulling out some of my favorite palettes from years past for this time of year. I'm going to do like a whole kind of fall edit type of thing that I like to do yearly, annually, where I pull out and show you things that I'm just in the mood for this time of year. And then we'll kind of like a shop my stash, and we'll be playing with those things. I also want to do a video that is going to be kind of year-round staples, makeup that always stays in the rotation. I want to do a video kind of focused on that too. Anywho, thank you for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. May the peace of the Lord be with you always. Bye now.